The opioid epidemic splitting families apart. Tonight, one grandmother's fight for custody of a grandchild that was abandoned.
7 Action News reporter Kim Russell with the story you'll see only on 7.
It's going to be a heartbreaking Christmas for one grandmother fighting for custody of her grandson. She's been flying from New York to Michigan every month to see him, but she says she has learned that grandparents do not have the rights many think they do.
This is a picture taken when Darlene Pender's grandson lived with her in New York. Then in November 2016, the baby's mom took him to visit friends in Garden City. He never came home.
I don't want to cry. I'm sorry, because if I cry, it's... But, you know, we love him, and we never stopped loving him.
Court documents say the child's 19-year-old mom left her son with a friend and returned home to New York. The friend called police and reported the child abandoned. When Pender found out, she asked if she could pick him up. Authorities told her he was immediately put in foster care.
Why didn't they call me and say, look, you know, something happened, your grandson is here, come pick him up?
He should have been placed with her from the get-go.
Attorney Tracy Martin is representing Darlene's son as he fights to keep his parental rights. Darlene says her son does struggle with opioid addiction. She says she not only, though, is a loving grandmother, but works as a licensed social worker. She says she called authorities in New York and Michigan to ask for a home study, but no one took action for her.
They took their time, that they switched judges, they switched workers.
The grandmother raised her hand and said, hey, I'm out here. I want to take placement of my grandkid. Back in November of 2016, the study was not complete until April of 2018, and she was approved. She passed with flying colors.
And here is the proof. The New York City Administration for Children's Services sent notice in March this year, more than a year after her grandson was placed in foster care, saying Darlene Pender is able to give her grandson a safe and loving home.
He would have been safe with me. He would have been loved. He would have been everything with his real family, not a foster family that just, they feel like he's theirs.
The foster family has grown attached to the little boy they have cared for now for 2 years and has hired an attorney to try to get permanent custody. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says in general, relatives get preference, but it also considers how long the child has been in the current placement.
So the fact the system is slow actually is an argument to then not give her grandchild at all?
You hit the nail right on the head.
Attorney Martin says we're here because the state did not follow the law. It calls for a 60-day time frame for assessments, but the state took months to make a referral. For now, this grandma is going to continue coming to Michigan every month for every court-granted visit with her grandson. She's hoping one day to bring him home.
I'm never going to step out of his life, and I'm hoping that I never have to not see him for a long period of time.
So what does Child Protective Services have to say about this case? Because it's pending in the court system, at this time, they're not commenting. Kim Russell, 7 Action News.